Hello friends. Today I will tell about most profitable independent movie. The iconic horror movie, Halloween, 1978, was made on a shoestring budget of just $320,000, but went on to gross over $70 million at the box office, becoming one of the most profitable independent films ever made. Subscribe this channel for interesting fact of Hollywood movies.
Once upon a time, in a small, sleepy town called Hallows Creek, a young girl named Sarah was eagerly looking forward to Halloween night. She had meticulously planned out her costume and was eager to showcase it to her friends. As dusk fell and the sky became a deep shade of purple, Sarah set out with her friends to trick or treat. As they went door to door, Sarah noticed something strange. The entire town seemed empty and eerily quiet. No one seemed to be home, and the houses all had a foreboding feel to them. As they rounded the bend towards the old abandoned mansion on the outskirts of town, Sarah's friends started to feel anxious and suggested they turn back. But Sarah was determined to conquer her fear and insisted they continue. As they approached the mansion, they began to hear strange noises coming from within. It sounded like cackling laughter and the clinking of chains. Sarah's bravado began to falter, but she didn't want to seem like a coward in front of her friends. As they pushed open the rusty gate, they spotted a jack-o'-lantern glowing with an eerie light in the center of the overgrown lawn. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a shadowy figure appeared behind them. The girls all screamed and took off running back to town, but Sarah tripped and fell, scraping her knee. As she looked up, the figure loomed over her, all dressed in black with a skull mask obscuring its face. She tried to scream for help, but her voice was caught in her throat. The figure picked her up and carried her towards the mansion. As they entered the mansion, the girls' worst fears were confirmed. This was not an abandoned place, but a dark and twistedly decorated space filled with spine-tingling Halloween decorations. The figure led them deeper into the mansion until they reached a dimly lit room. In the center of the room, there was a raised platform with a coffin resting atop it. The figure walked towards the coffin and opened it slowly. Inside, there was a young girl who looked exactly like Sarah. The figure turned to Sarah and revealed that she was the twin sister of the girl in the coffin, who had died tragically on a Halloween night years ago. The figure, their father, who had been driven mad by her death, had held on to his daughter's spirit by performing a dark ritual involving her corpse in a cursed amulet. The figure explained that Sarah's fearlessness had been her undoing, and her spirit would now replace that of her twin sisters for eternity. Sarah screamed, but it was too late. She was trapped inside the coffin, overwhelmed by a dark and evil presence. As Halloween drew to a close, the mansion was eerily silent once again, and there was no trace of the girls who had dared to venture inside. The town of Hallows Creek continued to be haunted by spooky legends and dark stories, but no one knew the true fate of the brave little girl who had dared to challenge the darkness.